Okay, welcome to Help Desk with Joe. This is show 78, and we are here live in our patch turned up studio. And what a great place to be for show 78. It's a sunny morning, temperature's nice, rolling into fall. I think is today the first day of fall?
I don't know.
I heard that.
I think it is. Welcome to the first day of fall. And we'll celebrate that by talking about some technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We're going to fall into technology.
Oh,
there you
nice.
go. Let the puns start. Now we're getting fancy on this show.
Yeah.
Hopefully not fall on her face. That's it.
Well, usually that's the way it usually works.
And show 78 is kicking off fantastically.
Yes.
So with us as always, Joe and Justin. Welcome, gentlemen. And we are here for show 78. Excuse me. And we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. And I always like it when you have a tip of the week. So for a little spoiler alert, there's going to be a tip of the week.
Yeah, this week's tip of the week is going to be a big one. It can affect a lot of
Is
families
that tip
here locally.
not to get an iPhone and to get Android?
Well, I thought that was kind of running.
Yeah.
I get them.
Justin. All right.
Yeah, did you get the picture I sent you the day? Justin reacted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Justin actually reacted better than I figured he would.
Yeah, you know.
that was good.
Uh-huh. But yeah, a little joke there that if you slap a Apple logo on anything, people get excited
It's
about
genius.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Genius. Okay. Well, anyway, Joe, you're out there. A&M Digital Technologies helping out the general person and the average consumer with technology tidbits and news. And today, you got some news from Paramount Plus.
Yeah, so Paramount Plus, if you're unfamiliar with that, that is a streaming service similar to Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime. They are now announcing that you can buy a bundle with Paramount Plus and Showtime. So if you're a fan of any of the Showtime content, the movies or TV shows, we may have some good news for you.
Oh, all right. We like good news.
So Paramount Plus has announced that it's launching a new streaming bundle for both its ad-supported and premium tiers that include Showtime. So currently, Paramount Plus offers two subscription options: a pared-down essential plan with limited ads for $5 a month, and an ad-free premium version for $10 a month. Viacom CBS's Showtime is offering a bundle with a starting price of $10 a month and $13 a month.
I can't keep track of all the however much a month for what you get.
I know it's everything is, 5, 10, and the most expensive like $15 unless you're going for the cable packages. And I always go, yeah, that's not much, but $5 here, $5 here.
Yeah, oh
that
yeah,
starts to add
start
up.
that up, yeah. But I mean, and there's so many people jumping on the streaming bandwagon with all these deals and stuff. I mean, it almost seems like you cover one a week.
Yeah,
Just because something's new, something's changing. I don't even remember who it was, but a couple weeks ago, somebody added $1 or $5, and
yeah.
plans going up and no longer free, and what gets added. Holy cow, Joe! How do people keep up with it?
That's why we're here.
Listen to Joe, and he'll tell you how to keep up with it. That's a good plan. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how much stuff is going on, how much it changes.
Yeah.
And then you get all these bundled deals.
Yeah, then they bundle, then they unbundle, and
Is it still a crazy race for people to add stuff, or are we is this just the norm? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, is it a race to add whatever you can and to add these new features and to bring them out, or is it this is just the norm of people shuffling stuff around?
I think there's still some shuffle because like Paramount Plus is still fairly new.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of it.
So it replaced CBS All Access.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of both. Like part of it's just the new normal as far as streaming services go,
Right.
but then there's still some competitiveness. Is like, oh yeah, we need to get as many eyeballs on us as possible. So let's do this. Watch and see what I can pull out of my hat today.
Yeah. So you think this will continue where streaming services add and take over and upgrade, and they'll just keep like normal TV stuff, like satellite providers fight with each other.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is. Well, it's obvious that this is the future of
Yeah.
television content.
Really?
The cable companies are losing money hand over fist. That's why
Wow.
That's why the cable companies are basically trying to just keep dragging a dead horse as far as they can.
Yeah.
That's why
Kicking the can down the road, so to
Yep.
speak.
That's why they won't offer you just home internet. They do, but there's always those gotchas where there's data limits and all that. And then they say, but for $30 extra,
Yeah.
we'll give you basic cable and you can have unlimited internet. And then you go, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And that's the gotcha. They still just squeeze a little bit more out of that lemon.
I gotcha. Paramount Plus.
For sports fans, looks like they have a decent amount of content. March Madness, different NFL games, some college football on this Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Pretty much anything that CBS used to cover.
Yeah. They have a lot.
That's gonna transfer over.
Yeah, there's a lot of content on Paramount Plus. I'm a Paramount Plus subscriber. There is a lot of content. CBS, Nickelodeon.
That's what I was gonna say. What makes you subscribe to it?
There's a lot of the older shows that I like, and then there's a lot of the kids shows that Sadie likes. So
Okay.
it works out well for everybody.
Nice. All right. What's one of your favorite older shows you watch?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at some of the originals, like Paramount Plus originals ones they've done. iCarly, I recognize, but other than that, I don't recognize any of this stuff.
Okay, yeah, now, this is just my opinion on that. Sadie fell in love with the original iCarly, so she sat and watched it all the way through. And we tried to watch the reboot, and my opinion, they're focusing the reboot on the kids that grew up on iCarly. Because we watched one episode with Sadie, and I was like, "You're not watching this anymore."
Really?
Yeah. For a 5-year-old, my opinion, it's not.
Yeah. Too teenage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes it hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some of
Well,
the.
that's good parenting, Joe.
Just some of the content just wasn't,
like
in my
it.
opinion, wasn't fit for her. I said,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
more.
That's all right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
just because it has the same name doesn't mean it's.
Yeah. Because Cena and I looked at each other when it started, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they have like Hollywood movies, A Quiet Place too. So just they'll buy up the rights so that they can be the exclusive place that you can see certain movies that.
Right. Now, to give you guys an idea of where this bundle pricing falls into place, like I said, as of right now until this introductory period runs out, it's going to be either $10 or $13 a month, depending on if you want ads or ad-free. To give you an idea how much money you'll save, right now, if you sign up for just Showtime's ad-free streaming service, that's $11 a month just right there.
Yeah, because I'm seeing plans start at $4.99, but you'd have ads throughout all that.
Yeah, but honestly, the ads aren't bad, because that's what the plan we have is the $4.99 a month, and it's not bad.
It's funny how things can change to where it used to be like, oh, it's going to be whatever, this amount of money, $20-30 a month, and you're locked in for a year. Now they're pushing $4.99, cancel anytime. So
Yeah, that's what I'm really like about these streaming services, that none of them lock you into a contract for X amount of time. I can sign on today and cancel tomorrow and go on to the next.
Streaming wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a reality show out of it.
And give it a couple years, and Netflix will have a documentary on it.
That's true. It might not even take a couple years.
True.
It might be in the works right now, Joe.
This is true. Yeah, especially when
And if not, they'll be like, this Joe guy, he's on to something.
you don't know what, but he's on something.
We got to cover this.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah. I don't know. It's so amazing to think, and you guys are younger than me anyway. But, from how far technology has come, so that now we can sit here and talk about what you get streamed to your phone or to whatever. I mean, I don't have a TV, but I can watch whatever I want on a laptop or my phone.
Yeah, you can literally take your TV with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
And in the days of banging your head for 100 miles on a road trip, just bored out of your mind, those days are gone.
Yeah, kids will never know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, it's one of those, because, when we was kids, that's one thing we wish was, but it would be nice to have TV or something to entertain ourselves.
Anything to entertain yourself.
Yeah. And now it's here.
There's got to be something better than counting license plates and counting tractor trailers.
Yeah.
Got to be something better.
Yeah. So here we are. We have this technology, but now we're the ones in the front seat driving, so we don't get to enjoy any of the
Yeah.
luxuries.
Yeah, I don't know. it worries me some too because kids don't know how to deal with boredom now.
Yes.
So I worry about that for our
2
society.
seconds of not having something to distract them.
Oh, gosh.
Where's the tablet sort of thing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The digital,
Not a good thing.
the digital babysitter.
Oh, it's crazy. I talked to a teenager the other day, and while we were talking, he pulled up his phone to do something in Snapchat. And I stopped him and was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, we're having a conversation.
Yeah, I'm a human right here.
And you just pulled up your phone and you're trying to look at Snapchat while you're talking to me. He's like, oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, well, this is your gotcha moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll get it, that's not appropriate. It's rude. And he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. And he put it away. But I was just like, it was second nature. He just pulled his phone out and checked Snapchat while he was trying to talk to me.
Yeah.
And eventually, maybe it won't, at some point it won't be rude anymore. Everyone will just
That's,
say,
yeah, be
it'll
accepted.
Be the new norm.
Yeah, not for me.
Like it's rude that you're sitting here staring at me. You
Yeah.
should be looking at your phone.
Yeah. Why are you staring at
You're
me?
making
Why?
me uncomfortable.
You want to have a conversation? What?
Yeah. You have my number. Why can't you text me?
Yeah.
I went to lunch with him. He tried to have a conversation with me the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I want to do is try to eat in peace, and he just wants to sit and talk.
Yeah. That's gonna be me.
So
For sure.
Does,
For sure.
they have an app, I assume, where you could download a bunch of shows and hit the road, and it'll all be there for you?
Yeah. Paramount Plus and Showtime both have apps. So if you sign up for this introductory offer of $10 or $13 a month, all you have to do is sign up, give them your credit card, and then you can be able to enjoy even more content.
Nice.
So if you enjoy Showtime or Paramount Plus, you can be able to get both for the one price.
Yeah.
And that price is a limited time offer. So if you're interested, be sure to do it sooner rather than later.
Are they under the same umbrella, or they just got together and said, hey, let's team up and offer a package like this?
I think it's the latter. As far as I know, Showtime and Paramount Plus are not together. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, they're not together.
Yeah, sometimes it makes sense.
How many services do you have? Do you know, Joe? Just how many different streaming
Cena,
services?
close your ears.
Yeah. Oh, no, she gets a credit card bill, so she knows exactly.
Yeah.
Hulu, Netflix,
Hulu, Netflix,
HBO, Disney,
Disney,
Paramount.
Did we say Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay. Peacock.
Is Peacock, do you pay for that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm talking about all the paid ones I have.
All right.
I think that's about it.
Do you know how much it costs, like total?
Yeah, we're like $80 a month for
Okay.
TV.
So, I mean, if you got like Dish or DirecTV, you'd pay
100
$100 and some.
Yeah, it cause when we had satellite, it was like $120 a month.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes. So
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, and what's really crazy is we have all this content, but yet I still go. I don't know what
To watch?
Yeah.
Well, TikTok's always there.
No. I kicked that habit. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best not to go back on that stuff.
Good old TikTok.
Although, just a sidebar here.
Yeah.
I did see last night when I was doing my notes for the show that TikTok, over in China, the Chinese government made some kind of double down on some kind of ruling, and TikTok is now forcing children in China under the certain age 40 minutes a day of their content.
Yep.
And it locks them out or something. I was like,
Interesting.
yeah.
China's taking an active role in not desensitizing their children
Right.
to social media.
Right. And I'm going, I wonder how long before it comes here, and I don't think I might. And that's one thing
Time out. Did you just suggest that American parents want to limit their kids' social media?
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that'll never happen.
No, but with the content providers,
They'd be crazy. TikTok is so popular right now.
right. But I was, although,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it'd be fantastic to limit them to an hour a day. That's all you get.
right.
Use it wisely.
But parents will not. The parents love their kids too much.
But I'm thinking, as many steps in the right direction as TikTok has made here lately,
Yeah.
it may just be a matter of time.
Yeah. TikTok's leading the way, it seems, in child safety
Yeah,
and concern for, social media and how that affects children.
yeah, and it's just crazy to think that they are trying to help the problem that they're kind of in the
that they created.
Yes.
I know. We talked about that a couple of shows ago. You know, hey, our platform's not safe, but hey, look at our platform.
Yeah. Look at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Any more on Paramount Plus?
No, that's pretty much it on Paramount Plus.
Man, I
I
forgot.
got some if you guys want to sound off on it real quick.
Okay.
Listen,
Facebook
if this is
claims-
an iPhone thing, you're
No.
already lost.
No, Facebook. No. Apple claims iPhone is the best phone ever. That's
Well, of course they do.
Facebook says it's spent over $13 billion since 2016 and has 40,000 people dedicated to addressing issues like false information on Facebook and the negative emotional effects on users.
I'm calling bunk on that, or just
I am too.
a waste of money.
Yeah.
That's like the American Tobacco Institute doing their own studies. Here we go.
Now, Dave, you're not saying they're skewing the results a little bit, are you?
Oh,
And surely,
Seems like this is an important thing for these companies to at least pay lip service to, hey, we're trying to address things that
Is it though? I mean, I don't think people care. That's the crazy part. I
Right.
think, you know, people like you had said, it's become the norm, so we've accepted it.
right? But then you have the three of us sitting there screaming nay on that, and then Facebook saying, "Oh no, look, we spent money."
Oh yeah. Money has been spent on this issue,
Yeah.
so therefore,
Now,
and just the
we can-
idea of 40,000 people working on I mean, that's crazy.
well,
It gives you a
and
glimpse of how huge
and,
Facebook
and look at the mess that it's made. The so-called fact checkers on this nonsense is just
yeah.
bogus at best on
Oh
a good
yeah,
day.
gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of crazy in the way it's working now. Like I have people tell me all the time, or ask me all the time, like, "Hey, you saw this on Facebook, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I rarely get on Facebook. I post my pictures and I go on, you know,
Right.
and usually I'm using it as storage, which Joe, I know you've warned me against, but I can't help it. It's easy storage for what I want to say photo wise.
Yeah, to be able to go look back at something.
Yeah,
a
just
trip
yeah.
or-
This is a quick and easy place to put a photo,
Yep.
and it'll. But anyway, sorry, Joe. But you know, people ask me that all the time, like, "Hey, you saw this on Facebook, right?" And I'm like, "No, I have no idea."
Yeah.
And then they're admonished at them. They're like, "Hey, you need to check this out." And I'm like, "I don't think I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Mate-
I don't watch the news on purpose.
Yeah,
You know, and I
I'm-
definitely don't want to know what you had for dinner. I could care less."
Yeah. I've made it this far without knowing it's
Yeah, but you know, and it's the same thing with phone. People are like, "Well, I tried to call you." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't have my phone on." And they're like, "Why would you not have your phone on?" Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
because I don't want it glued to my head.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know. I'm old fashioned, I guess, because I don't think kids don't think in those terms for sure. Adults mostly don't. Now there's some people out there that are that are tired of it and kind of doing my deal and getting off of it a little bit, but man, for the most part, it's hard to detach. Anyway, all right, off my soapbox and on to Roblox.
So
You got a Roblox update for us.
yeah, so are you either you guys familiar with this game called Roblox?
Mate, we just talked about mine. So Justin, that question's for you.
Is that a game?
I'm going to assume it is.
Is it a game?
Roblox?
Yeah, Roblox.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
I've heard the name, but I don't know how it works.
Okay, so I just did a quick Google search. So for all the uneducated like myself, Roblox is an online game platform and game creation system developed by Roblox Corporation. It allows users to program games and play games created by other users. Okay.
So it's for everyone 10 and up
Yes.
for fantasy violence.
So Roblox is going to start verifying the age of teenage players. This verification is going to be optional, but may be required for certain features. So I'm going to go through the news story, and I'm going to tell you guys what my thoughts are. I want to see what you guys think. So Roblox is rolling out an age verification feature that will allow players to confirm their age and gain access to features reserved for older players. Age verification, it will be optional, and Roblox tells The Verge it will not retain any data from the verification process, which requires showing a form of ID. So for now, only one feature requires age verification, and that's Roblox's new voice chat feature called Spatial Voice. During its initial beta test, it will only be available to players who verify they are at least 13 years old. Roblox didn't say whether it would later be available to users regardless of verification status. So, verification will require uploading an ID card, driver's license, or passport, as well as a selfie taken on the spot to help confirm that the ID was really uploaded by the person to whom it belongs to.
Wow.
They got 31 million active users.
Really?
Yeah. They had 100% growth from 2019.
Wow. So Roblox only accepts government-issued IDs, which here's the problem. And this feature starts rolling out yesterday and will be available globally to users who are at least 13 years old. So here's my problem, gentlemen, and I want to see what your thoughts are.
What 13-year-old has a passport?
Bingo.
Yeah, it's hard to get a school ID for some kids.
And that's not a government ID, so it
Yeah.
does not apply.
Yeah. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy? So how are they going to do this?
That's my question.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Why would they care?
Part of so Roblox says nearly 50% of their users are 13 years and older. I'm wondering if it's kind of a child protection kind of deal. To
Maybe. I mean, it says it's suitable for, 10 and up, 13 and up, but I mean, they got 31 million users, so that means 15 million are under that age.
keep under the age of 13.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's hard to wrap my head around what they're trying to do and why.
That's okay. So I'm not alone on this. Then good.
Okay, yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm confused a lot, so. But yeah, this one really baffles me.
And this is what
When 15 million users are under the age that they're trying to look at, and then they try to cut them out purposefully,
Yeah.
baffling, Joe. Justin, solve it for us.
I'm on it.
I see him creating his Roblox account right now.
Let me upload my ID.
Yeah. He's pulling his driver's license out as we speak.
So is it?
What's the point?
How's that going to work again?
Why are they doing this?
So they said it's optional, and they're going to require some features, and I don't know what those features are going to be that they're going to require an ID.
Okay, so they're going to do like an adult content area, and you have to show ID to have that access.
Well, it's not necessarily adult content if you're going to be. You have to be at least 13.
Okay, yeah, an older content area. Then.
Yeah.
So maybe they're curbing the violence if you can prove that you're older than that. Man, that seems scary to upload your ID to a game like that.
Yeah. Well, Facebook. That's one of the Facebook things. If you get your account hacked or whatever, try to recover.
Yeah.
That's one of the. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I've seen it multiple times.
That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, and it says here why. Like I just said, how safe is Roblox, and it said there's chat rooms or chat that you go into, blah blah blah. So you can have adults harassing, bullying, cyberbullying, or kids, same way, but same old.
Yeah.
An adult posing as a 12-year-old gets access to some kid and their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of those. I hope that the whole thought process behind that is for the right reasons to keep online predators off. But yet on the flip side of that coin, being an advocacy for privacy, I'm going, okay, so you're wanting kids 13 and older to verify they are who they say they are, but yet you can't, at least unless you have a passport, you have to be at least 15 years old to have a photo ID, like a learner's permit.
Yeah, I mean
I'm not there's too many question marks here, guys.
I agree. Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could push the issue though.
Well, they're saying it's optional.
That's what I mean. I don't know. I mean, who's going to do that? I mean, you might have some people. If they have a feature that's really, really in demand,
Right.
and they cut it out, maybe.
Right. So I'm going to put an earmark on this one.
How many older kids play it though? Yeah, I don't understand that. It seems like it's geared towards younger kids.
Well, this is nearly 50% were over the age of 13, so
Yeah, I guess 15 million then.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some of the kids that work for Patch that are a little
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Some of the green room guys.
Oh boy,
So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go down and investigate this a little bit, just see what it's about. Because I mean, I don't understand what you do in Roblox. That's
I
part of the
don't
problem.
I don't either. Of course, I never really understood Minecraft either, but that's a whole other story for another day. I had tried to get he was 5 or 6 at the time. I tried to have my nephew teach me the whole reasoning behind Minecraft.
Yeah.
All I got out of it was you could throw sheep and throw dynamite at them and blow the sheep up. He showed me how to dig a pit. You throw sheep in it, then you throw dynamite into the pit with the sheep. I was like, and then what? He said they blow up. I was like, oh, okay.
Now, for an older, maybe creepy fella getting on Roblox, I mean, is there any sort of... There's nothing keeping anyone from, 35, 40-year-old guy from
Not that,
going on the platform?
not that I can see, but this part of this ID is they have to take a picture of their ID and then take a selfie at the same time. So
Right.
then,
Yeah.
so that ought to cut down some stuff. But I'm going to keep an eye on this one, guys, and see what features they may be popping up. Because then that, depending on what features they will release that require the ID, this will tell us.
What their motivation is?
Yeah, if
See, there's a thing here. It says March 4th, 2021. Roblox is shifting its strategy to try to entice more older users and to gain an audience beyond children. Well, you got 30 million users. Why do you care who it is?
you've always.
I mean, you can always get better. I understand.
Yeah,
but-
you've got to keep growing.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, I got 30 million people looking at my product almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like quite a bit.
But on the business side, well, why can't we make it 31 million? Or make it 30.5 million? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they told their investors. They want to appeal to a wide range, ages 6 to 60.
Yeah.
They've had tremendous success reaching 13 and under audience. Their goal is to create a platform and brand that appeals to all ages. Huh. So it's working on content rating that matches users with experiences that are appropriate for their age. And they're personalizing the search to discovery based on a person's age, geography, and skill level. And they want older users to invite friends of their own age. Wow.
There we go, guys. We can have a special edition. The three of us trying to log into Roblox, and the three of us trying to play Roblox.
Yeah. So it says the gaming giant is popular among over half the children in the United States. Roblox had over 150 million monthly active users. And it has 31 million daily users. Huh.
We have yet still have no idea what to do in the game.
Wow. And the company had apparently had a director listing in March on the New York Stock Exchange. Issue 198.9 million shares.
Wow.
So I don't know how that's March. Interesting. Roblox getting big time.
Yeah.
All right, Joe.
So stay tuned. We'll see how this all
Yeah.
shakes out.
If you're a parent and you have
A child asking for a photo ID.
yeah.
Either one of two things are happening. They're wanting to escape somewhere, or they're just wanting to play Roblox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, just be aware of your child on Roblox. Know that there's some content moderation issues there and that they're trying to fix them.
Yep.
Okay.
Or there's some kind of issue that they're being.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. There's smoke and mirrors going on.
Interesting. All right. Well, Joe, you have a big Microsoft Office story up next.
Yes.
I like Microsoft Office. I use it quite often.
Well, I have some good news for you.
I like good news, especially when it comes to that.
Microsoft is going to be releasing a new version called Microsoft Office 2021 starting October 5th. So a new version
Why
of
they gotta
Office.
mess with my Office, Joe?
I'm not. Microsoft is.
I figured out how to use it and I like it.
Finally got it figured out now.
Well, they made these changes to make it better for you.
That's what they say every time. I remember XP or Vista, whatever. Vista, jeez.
Windows ME, Windows Vista, Windows 8.
Ugh. Vista was like the one that really beat you up.
8 wasn't much better.
Yeah. Anyway, so Office, what are we looking at?
So
Why they gotta mess with it, Joe?
because they've got all the money they can out of 2019.
Okay.
So
I understand.
so Microsoft
But like it is.
is going to release Microsoft Office 2021 starting October 5th. This is the same day that the new Windows 11 is going to be launched.
All right.
Yeah,
That's craziness. Why are they gonna double down on the issues people will have? It's like we're gonna beat you up with a new version of this. You got to learn how to use it and go ahead and get some of the Windows too.
well, here's what I thought was funny was when
I thought this was a good story.
when Microsoft released Windows 10, this will be the last Windows you'll ever own.
Ah, yeah, I remember
You
that.
will do 2 big updates a year, but this will be the last one you'll ever own. Oh, by the way, we're coming out with Windows 11. So, much like Office 2019 before it, Office 2021 is going to come in 2 options. The Office 365, which is what I have, or a one-time purchase, which will be available for both Windows and Mac OSs. And Microsoft has promised to share more details on Office 2021 soon, but they haven't released a lot of information yet. So it's going to add, of course, some new bells and whistles, including dark mode support. And we also,
what is dark mode support?
have you ever turned on dark mode on your phone, where
Like
it turns the screen black?
Nighttime mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's that.
Okay.
I don't know what the reason behind that is, other than
I guess if you use your laptop in a car at night
maybe.
while you're driving or something, or while someone's driving.
Yeah, there's a good idea while you're driving.
Well, yeah. You know what I meant. Like somebody's driving and you're sitting in the passenger seat and you don't want to blow them out with a bright screen.
Right.
You can have dark mode. Okay, that makes sense.
So, but Microsoft has announced that they will support the software for at least 5 years, and that software will work with both 32 and 64-bit systems out of the box. So, not a big story. Microsoft's still kind of tight-lipped on everything,
Yeah.
but new version of Office is coming out next within a few days.
Wow.
The
Does
October 5th.
ours automatically upgrade, or what do we have happening here?
You don't have Office 365, so if you want the latest and greatest, Dave, you're going to have to
Have to buy it?
pony up some money. Okay, about 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
You're about 2 weeks away from
That's where it always comes down to.
money
the
and
rubber
time.
meets the road.
Money and time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll be back. You'll come back to us in a month or so and say, okay, this is.
Yeah,
Do like a product review or something?
Yes, I have.
Because you'll get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'd be more than happy to do a review and either praise or
Let people
or
in the know.
praise or dump on Office 2021. So.
And the new Windows. Will you get the new Windows?
Yeah.
You'll have to, right? Yeah.
Yes and no. My buddy and I talked about this just last week. You know, we used to be all excited. Hey, something new's coming out. We're going to get it, be the first, and work out all the bugs. Now it's like, I like stability.
yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll have, through your A&M business, you'll have people that'll get it, so you have to be ready to work with them.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
where part of it. I go ahead and I just dive in head first and see if I can hit the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
So then when there's somebody else that hit the pool too, I go, yeah, here's what you do, how you bandage that.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, it is handy having a technology guy around.
The only problem is if I mess up my stuff, I'm the one that has to fix it. So it's kinda
That's even better for me. You're like the lab rat. We'll try it on Joe first. And if it all goes bad, we won't mess with our deal.
yeah.
You're welcome, Joe. That's why you make the big bucks.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a pretty big story. I mean, new Microsoft Office and
Yes.
a new Windows,
Yes.
all in one. That's crazy. All in 1 week.
Yeah.
Man,
All on the same day.
same day even. Yeah. you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so if you definitely want stuff to be broke on starting next month, do both on the same day.
Yeah. Gosh. All right, and you got a tip of the week
Yes.
that you promised that we will like.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in.
So we covered this story last year during
Tip of the week.
shutdown from the FCC concerning reimbursing people that had students in school that was doing distance learning.
Right.
The FCC has doubled down and is still offering this plan for this school year.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you the link, Dave, and then you can post it on the
Is it a long one?
no.
You can just tell me.
Okay, it's fcc.gov.
Yep.
/broadband benefit. And so for those of you that had no idea what in the world I'm talking about,
There you go. It's in the comments, so if you need to go see that, if you're listening or whatever, you can go to our Facebook page, patch21.org, or Facebook.com/patch21, and you can dig it up in the comments. Good job, Joe.
so the emergency broadband benefit is an FCC program to help families and households struggling to afford internet service during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yep.
The new benefit will connect eligible households to jobs, critical healthcare services, virtual classrooms, and more. So the emergency broadband benefit will provide a discount of up to $50 per month towards broadband service for eligible households, and up to $75 per month for households on qualifying tribal lands. Eligible households can also receive a one-time discount of up to $100 to purchase a laptop, desktop, or tablet from participating providers if they contribute more than $10 and less than $50 towards the purchase price. So the emergency broadband benefit is limited to one monthly service discount and one device discount per household.
Interesting.
So if you go to that website, it'll give you all the who's eligible and all the requirements. I seen this story first on the Roane County Schools page, and then we shared it on our Roane County Broadband Enhancement Council page. So I'm pulling this up here. So in Roane County,
So, sidebar.
okay.
Anybody have any idea what the poverty guideline for the U.S. is?
No.
So, what do you think is considered poverty
18,000.
if you have one person in your household?
I was gonna say
That's my
17.
guess.
I was gonna say 17,000. So
12,800.
Dang.
wow.
Two people, 17,000. Three people, 21,900. There is no way
Crazy.
somebody could live on 12,800. No way.
Well, apparently it's happening, but
Yeah,
it
it's
seems
not
crazy.
happening.
Now, so how all this works is you'll fill out the paperwork through the FCC, and they will either confirm or deny your claim. The school systems have nothing to do with this. The school systems themselves have no bearing as in who gets it and who doesn't. This is all based on the FCC and the government deciding on who gets the benefit and not. So
Yeah.
because I seen on the Roane County Board of Education page, they provide the information, and they say we have no say on who gets it and who doesn't. So,
Yeah.
but if so, be sure to go to the fcc.gov/broadband benefit website and see if your family qualifies to help lighten your burden of your internet bills while trying to figure out distance learning and all that.
Yeah, because I mean, 12,000. That's $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
To pay for a house, a car,
Gas.
food, and get internet. Wow. No wonder why kids are struggling so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Now you're in the know. Ooh.
Good stuff.
And on their website they have the a nice apply now button, and you can and if you have any questions, you can call the Emergency Broadband Support Center at 833-511-0311, or you can actually mail in your application to Emergency Broadband Support Center, P.O. Box 7081, London, Kentucky 40742.
Yep. And it's all on there. I'm looking at the website now. You just click that link in the comments. You can follow it all over and go look at all of it. You just scroll down. It has an apply now button. So, yeah, you can take care of it all right there. Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
Joe taking care of business. Okay. How's our local broadband going? I know you have a part in that.
Well, there's some stuff in the works. I know that as much as it pains me to say this, and I'm speaking as myself as Joe, I'm not representing the Broadband Committee or
Right.
A&M Digital Technology. I'm speaking personally on my behalf, so that's my full disclaimer.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to send some praise to Frontier,
Yeah.
I'm aching as I say this. The project that the bypass project that they've been working on Ripley Road.
Yes.
As part of that, Frontier actually expanded some of their DSL coverage out that area. So there's more area on Route 33 now that has broadband access for the first time.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe in this day and age that that's still an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, we can fly some millionaires up into space, but we can't get people broadband.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. We got some work to do, Joe.
Priorities.
We're going to keep plugging along.
Yep. What else can you do, I guess?
Write your congressman and your delegates. I mean, we got some delegates that live here in Roane County that ought to be,
Yeah.
on the job. If you're not sure about that one, go to our westvirginia.gov site, find your delegate, email them every day.
Or if you can't because of email,
Yeah.
call them every day.
Yeah, or call them. There you go.
Because if you do not have internet access.
Write them a letter. Do something until our representatives actually represent the people.
Yeah, because that, and I'm not bashing our local representative. I'm just talking across the board.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they complain because the people we send to represent us
Yep.
on all levels of government,
Yep.
they don't do anything. Well, did you do your part and say, hey, this is a problem?
Yeah. Or this
Well,
is an
no.
issue I'd like you to handle.
Yeah. Well, no, they should know that. Well, unless you tell them,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to assume, hey, I didn't hear anything, so apparently all's well in the world.
Yeah, and I like these big platforms that politicians run on, and as soon as they're elected, they go away.
Yeah.
So people, we got to hold them accountable. Let's get to it. Let's tackle this. Go to westvirginia.gov and email your representatives. It'll help you with the map and everything. It's pretty easy to do. I do it quite often. I'm sure I've caused them to turn a deaf ear to me.
Yeah.
Like, here's that guy again.
Yeah, Dave's email address is now on the official state spam filter.
Probably. Probably. But, the way I see it, I pay taxes, and my tax money pays them, and I want them to do the job.
Right.
Mostly I email them about stuff for kids.
Right.
You got to help education. You got to help teachers. You got to help kids.
Right.
Instead of worrying about that. And what my biggest pet peeve is our local politicians don't worry about local issues. They jump on the national platforms because that's popular, and they don't actually help out locally.
And sometimes the national
man.
platforms have nothing to do with
Yeah.
what's going on locally.
Right. I mean, West Virginia doesn't have anything to do with the Roane County doesn't have anything to do with the Ohio River.
Yeah.
I want Roane County issues to be taken care of and at the forefront.
Yeah, we have no bones with the Ohio River, but that does not directly affect us.
Yeah, we're not seeing any commerce from that.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. Anybody know where I had this conversation last night. Anybody know where our power comes from?
Here locally?
Sure.
Where it's being fed from?
West Virginia.
Oh,
yeah.
Where West Virginia's power is being fed from?
Yeah.
Ohio?
That's what I was
No,
gonna
it's
guess.
going to come from Virginia.
Really?
Yeah, so we have like the John Amos plant and all those plants along the Ohio River to our north. They all feed Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And our power, in turn, comes from Virginia. So we're creating power in West Virginia that goes out of state. And then we, in turn, buy power from out of state. Somebody explain to me how that works.
Looks good on paper.
I guess. I'm like, we mine the coal that keeps the lights on,
Yeah,
just not for us.
right.
So think about that. If you're running one of those bumper stickers, coal keeps the lights on, make sure it says for Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New Jersey if it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Power plants.
Well, I think that goes back to the,
How does that work? How could it possibly
well,
we ship power across our state instead to our state?
out-of-state companies come in and buy these companies up and say,
What a messed up deal.
yeah. And then the workers are the one left.
Yeah, the middle
Yep.
middle of the road people that are working their tails off.
Yep.
Pay the price for it. That's my same gripe with a lot of our energy that we use. We got a lot of energy here in West Virginia, but man, we pay a heavy price for it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I like Alaska's deal. They got a lot of oil flowing out of Alaska. They don't have a state tax, and their citizens get paid a check for the oil flowing out of Alaska each year.
Nice.
Yeah, like I don't know, 20 years ago it was $1,800 a person.
Yeah.
From the time you were born until whenever, you get a check every year. So as an 18-year-old, let's just round it up to 2,000. So 2,000 times 18, that's $36,000 a kid could have to go to college on.
Yeah.
Or buy a car, or buy a house. Down payment on a house.
Yeah.
Just because they're shipping oil out of there.
Yeah.
We ship a lot of resources out of West Virginia.
Absolutely.
And we get nothing. We actually have to pay to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Anyway, so local politicians, if you're listening to this show, let's get on board here. Let's fix some of these problems. Seems like a lot of tasks. Anyway. All right, off my soapbox. Thank you, Justin, for your moderation.
Yep.
Censoring. All that because I'm upset that we got to deal with a new office and a new word.
Yeah.
Or,
And,
I mean, a new
and the
Microsoft
and the
platform.
FCC's doing something good and helping big people with
Broadband.
yeah.
It's craziness. All right. Anything else you need to throw in there, Joe?
I'm afraid to.
You're in good shape. It's all the things everybody talks about around the campfire.
I know.
Why can't we have better internet so I can watch my shows? And what are these crazy politicians doing now?
And why can't iPhones automatically run updates?
Updates. You're welcome, Justin. That's what you get for being quiet. Some of that.
See, you let us run wild, Justin. You haven't tried to keep us in tow this morning.
Yeah. Well, Joe, if anybody has any questions, of course you're a Paramount Plus subscriber, so you got the inside know on that. Roblox, none of us know anything about that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the updates coming for Windows and Microsoft Office. If anybody has any questions on that, how do they get a hold of it?
I'm just bracing for that last one.
Yeah. That's going to make your life interesting for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it'll make it better, but it's going to make it quite interesting.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, be sure to call our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com. And be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at AM Digital Tech for all that. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Help Desk with Joe and Dave. We're on all the major platforms. And leave us a 5-star review. And all of our episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm.
Nice. Okay, well, there you go. So support our local businesses. A&M Digital Technology, one of our local businesses. And Joe, you and Cena do work in our state, in our let me back up, in our county, in our state, in a region, and then across all the way down as far as Florida. So
Yeah.
you guys are mobile.
We go where the money's at.
There you go. Yeah, where people need help, that's where
right.
you show up. You just need a cape, Joe.
Yes.
Superhero cape. So I do have one question before we go.
Okay.
So I have the Google Phone app, but it's letting some spam through here lately.
Okay, so I've been having the same issues. So
Yeah, I
you're
know
not
we
alone.
talked about it a couple weeks ago. Is that still what's going on there?
I think here's my honest opinion on it. I think it's like a whack-a-mole deal.
Yeah,
It's like,
some of them are just sneaking through.
yep.
Interesting.
Because I was getting them really bad, and then it quit, and
Yeah.
now it started back again, but not as bad as it was.
Right.
So I think it's kind of a whack-a-mole deal.
Huh. Okay, sorting them out.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's this week's show number 78 in the books for Help Desk with Joe, and we have Justin here with us as well. And again, if you have any questions, I'd encourage you to check with A&M Digital Technologies as they, any question really. Joe covers it all. He covers politics, technology, social issues. What else you got there, Joe?
Technology, social, privacy issues.
Yeah.
Just
Politics. Don't forget politics.
Anything,
Broadband.
Anything that falls under the technology umbrella.
If you need any help, if you just need somebody to talk to that's got one of those dreamy voices, call Joe.
Let me give you Justin's number on that one.
Yeah. Justin, throw your cell phone number out there. Here we go. But no, I'm joking. But we really appreciate everything A&M Digital Technologies does for us to power everything here behind the Patch Studio and our Patch office and our Patch after school programs. Joe, you're into a lot of it.
We stay busy.
You do stay busy, that's for sure. So if you need anything, get a hold of A&M Digital Technologies with Joe and Cena. Otherwise, we'll be back next week for show 79. We're closing in on 80, Joe.
All right.
I mean, I'm excited. We're creeping up towards 100. 100 seems like, the magic number.
I know.
But every time we hit a decade, number like 80, 90, I'm just excited about it. So we're getting there.
Will we hit? Probably won't by the end of 2021 unless we
Start doubling
We
down.
won't hit 100?
I'd have to look at it.
I mean, we're
How
20
many weeks?
away, which is 20 weeks, I guess. So
Yeah.
Where we at? We're October
Close.
almost.
It's gonna be close.
Gonna be close.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So guys, I'm going to ask. We'll need to have a discussion off air, but are we going to do anything special for episode 100?
Got
Of
to.
course we
Yeah,
are.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't know what.
Don't know
but
what.
Set something on fire. I don't know.
I like it.
We'll pull the old WVU deal and set the couch on fire
Yeah.
outside. Be like, I don't know what happened. 100 years something.
Yeah.
Or we can get some of those smoke cannons like a gender reveal and just be like 100. Woo.
Yeah. When I see it used to be our running thing was trying to dunk something in water, but now we're upgrading to fire. I like it.
Yeah. Find something to Cena's. Try it out. Here we go.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Cena. Well, anyway, so that's our show for this week. Show 78. We've covered a lot of different topics. So remember, get involved. Do something great for your community. If you have any questions based around technology, please keep it to technology. I was just joking about the rest of it. But technology, get a hold of Joe and Cena and A&M Digital Technologies. And we'll be back next week. And Joe will have some more technology stuff for us. And Justin will try his hand at moderation. And we'll see where we end up. All right. Well, everybody have a great week. We'll be back next week with Help Desk with Joe.